snow or anything? Okay, good. So it worked out. Worked out for us. We thought about maybe just doing Zoom only, but didn't need to. So here we are. Thanks for coming. Gonna kind of have a conversation about what's to come in the year ahead. Get Ken's wisdom in the 2 days he has left before he heads back to AZ. I'll be gone the next 2 weeks on Grandma Patrol. So next week, Barbara Atkinson and her David Gibson. Most of you've met David, who's awesome. He spoke at the Peace Award celebration with Gary Culp this summer, and he has spent a whole lifetime on peace. And he's, I believe, going to bring in the angle of Martin Luther King Jr., which was the anti-war MLK. You know, that we kind of sometimes gets lost in the conversation because we think just generally of civil rights and the movement. So today, as I said, largely Jeff will lead a conversation about what's ahead. I have a little reading about beginnings, let's call it, about beginnings, something you've heard before. If you want to close your eyes and rest into it, that's all good. Go back to Christmas Eve of 1968, and you heard the Apollo 8 crew read this as they orbited the moon. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. I'm reading from the King James Version, so forgive the male pronouns. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Hello, welcome. Come on in and have a seat in our circle. Let me step back and say this is the beginning of the Torah, of the Hebrew Bible, of what we call the Christians among us, what we call the Old Testament. Welcome, folks. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. Welcome, take a seat whenever you can find one. Got a few more up here. God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind." And it was so. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And he set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Then God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales. Yeah, says Winnie. And every living creature that moveth, and the four-legged say, hooray, for the living creatures that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God said, it's good, right? And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And that evening and that morning were the fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping things and beasts of the earth. And it was so. And God saw that it was good. And then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female. He created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, which we have done, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and so on. God said, behold, I have given you everything bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. So written long, long ago, long before the Gospels, long before we start dating things before and after the birth of Jesus of Nazareth. There's one gospel, the four Gospels that are in the Bible. Two of them start with the stories we just reviewed at Christmas time, the shepherds and the manger, the three kings, the angels coming to Mary. Another Gospel of Mark starts with the baptism of Jesus, and the Gospel of John is thought to be kind of the mystical gospel. Let me give you John's account of the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him, and without him, not one thing came into being. What has come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. So, two accounts of the beginning of this world that we are in. I feel it's a good time, it's a good thought to have as a year begins and as we consider what's coming up in the new year for us. So thank you for listening to a long reading. So join me now. We're delighted to have visitors. We have something called the Pebble Credo, which are the words on the wall behind me. These are kind of our words that we sort of live by. So we like to remind ourselves every week by saying, we live a life by love transformed, by spirit empowered, by creative imagination guided, in peace with all. So that's who we are here. Does someone feel called to light the peace candle and say a word? Okay, Dave.
Peace.
It's on.
Peace.
This was a little loud. What
Yeah.
is this?
Peace
God said, let there be peace, right?
is our final destination. It is the only destination that includes everyone, and no justice, no peace. So it is up to all of us in ways small and large to work for justice with the aim of bringing about peace on our planet. And it can seem elusive, but again, it is the only destination that works for all of us. So peace be upon everyone.
Thank you, Dave. What announcements do we have this week? Anybody? Sure. And you can also introduce yourself because we are welcoming visitors. So all you folks who are here for the first time, give us your name and.
Okay, yes. Hello, everybody. Good morning. So this is Ashok Manandar. I'm here with my wife here. With my father's friend, Mr. Joe and Trisa. So we are staying with them. So this time I have been here in the States for several times, and this time we have visited with a special mission here. Okay, by religion we are Christian, but somehow one of my friend is staying in Michigan. He's also a Nepali guy married to an American woman, so he is a Christian. Somehow we have some sort of connection. We are Buddhist, but he's Christian. So we have a very deep feeling about Christian as well. And when my father visited here, I think a couple of times, I don't know, and we have a mission of common holy sanctuary where people from different faith come together. share knowledge, do their own prayer, meditate, whatever. And as he said, is for the common good goal of peace worldwide. So we have a government registered organization also back home. So to implement this mission. So our country is the place where Lord Buddha was born. You might have known already. The place is called Lumbini. So from that angle, we are on the basis of Buddhism. We are trying to bring together all people from different faiths. That's our mission. And last time when my father visited this church, and he has gifted a communal sanitary bottle. Sorry. Oh, okay. So my father wanted me to visit here, insisted me to visit here and see his gift. So yeah, that's very great. And I saw the statue of Lord Buddha also. So very good. So and the message my father gave is that we had come here with my father, along with my father, together. We had arrived here on September 16th. So we were in New York. So we had another follow-up meeting with New York Metropolitan Museum of Art, MIT, where he used to work before. So my father had gifted their Nepali Panchebaza Museum, again a musical instrument. That's a symbol of 5 different instruments. So we came here to have a follow-up meeting with them. And he wished to visit here also, but because of he was not feeling very good, so he's already 95 years old. So he wanted to go back, and he insisted me to visit here. And he wanted to give you a message that he wants to visit here once again. Let's say before he leaves the world. Yeah. And for that purpose, we are trying to connect to you through email. But I couldn't get through. So this time I would like to have the information, with different people and how do we connect each other, and so that my father will be happy to connect with you and who wishes to come here once again. So for that purpose, since he's 95 years, he need accompany. So I would like to join with him as far as possible. If not, I will let him accompany a friend of mine as an assistant so that he can visit here. He wishes, he is very willing to visit this place.
So you're sure to leave us your...
Exactly.
And also, we are always interested, we would like to sympathize you.
Okay.
We are always
Okay. And I'm very happy to visit this church because this is the church where you welcome people from different faiths so they can interact each other. So that's very good. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm actually following my father's footsteps in this holy path. So that's how I visit different churches also. We were in Texas also. We visited a couple of churches there. We discussed with them. And according to my father, this is a church where we can initiate our mission. We can implement our mission because it welcomes people from different faiths, so interactions. So he says we have to be in continuous contact with this kind of churches.
2 weeks from today, Robin has a directory for you.
That's Rosalind's email.
Oh, great.
And,
Okay,
and
great.
2 weeks from today, we're in honor of Thich Nhat Hanh's
Uh-huh.
passing 2 years
Oh.
ago. We have a Buddhist program going on. We have numerous people who call themselves Buddhist practitioners.
But unfortunately, we are leaving tomorrow morning. So we have scheduled to go back to Kathmandu on 13th.
It's always possible to join us on Zoom, so consider that.
Okay. So we'll spend some time here today
You
also.
should get your emails.
Yeah, exactly.
Signature on the announcements.
Yeah, and in order to make his visit possible, the one thing you have to we want to request is that back home, my father previously worked for U.S. American Library for more than 25 years. He was a chief librarian back home. So from that angle, it's easy for him to get a visa. So if I accompany him, it's not It's not difficult. I also get a visa because I have been traveling several times. If you want to, let's say, if I cannot come over here with my father, so if we want another friend to come with him because he needs an accompaniment. So in that case, according to my father, he knows the embassy bureaucracy. So he wants some sort of consent letter from your side. So based upon his background, based upon the relationship you have with him, so you want to fulfill his wish to visit him, we want to invite him along with his assistant. So that's simply a reference. Yeah.
Good. Try that.
We actually were looking at that model,
Uh-huh.
and is Larry here? No. I presented to the council
Oh,
the availability of a globe done in a steel frame, stainless steel frame. It
Oh,
would be
great.
10 to 12 foot in diameter. It
Uh-huh.
would be the centerpiece that is that which you have on that model.
oh,
So we had concept of evolving the center point of this, and then as we could afford to, expanding it out to incorporate fully the concept that was in mind that your father had.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So surely my father then must visit here again. So I would also love to visit. So at the moment, I plan to visit here about after 4 or 5 months again. So New York and here. So that time I will spend some more time here.
Yeah, so we actually have the different symbols of the major religions on the globe, and it would be done in this stainless steel
Could you, yeah, just
Frame.
just hold on a second.
the cup of the planets, and then the symbols
Just hold
on.
on a second. Could you please, because I need to share this with my father. Okay, please continue. Yeah, please continue.
Okay, so what we looked at was what we could acquire that would not be a huge expense in stainless steel frame, that would be like the longitude and latitude lines on a globe, that would bond together the different continents that are on the globe, and then small discs that would represent with etching the major religions that are on this model.
Oh, great. Okay. So on that line, then we need to be in constant contact with each other, so that we will share our opinion, thoughts, and so that we can know your opinion. So where are you going to construct this? This model, where?
Where will we place
yeah.
it when we actually have it installed? We're looking at level ground that's in that direction towards the corner of the property.
Uh-huh.
And we have to decide exactly how much space we want to dedicate to the full circle so that we can make flexible use of all this space. For
Yes.
other festivals and activities, we can't just
Yes.
make it the sole focus of that outside area.
Okay. And you also have to have some sort of facility so that people come here and they circumambulate.
We were pondering it as as you can see on the floor here, we have this indoor labyrinth.
Oh, great.
We considered a simple walkway like the stations of a cross in a
Yes,
circle,
yes,
or we have stations with the different religious symbols.
Uh-huh.
We also thought it could be possible to just have the globe in the center and then the religious symbols on small pedestals around the outer perimeter.
Oh, great. Yes.
So there's options, and it becomes a case of artistic preference.
Oh, okay. And my father also had a concept that if you allow people to circumambulate, it will be a kind of walking meditation.
Yes, circumambulation of the globe.
Yes. Great. Very happy to know this. Yeah, you're most welcome. Okay, thank you.
Welcome everyone, the rest of the family and friends here too.
Trisha, this is Joe. We work from Morrisville. I've been here before with with Mount Krishnamon when he lives here last. So, he usually stays with us, and his family stays with us, so, we go back to visit the other place. Wonderful.
Oh, very
They
important.
walk, and other areas.
Okay,
Thank you.
welcome and welcome to you all. So any other announcements? If not, we'll do birthdays.
The microphone.
Okay.
Are there any birthdays?
Don't forget it's
This
Gary
week or
Cole's
next
birthday
or last?
tomorrow.
All right.
Gary
Who knows if
Cole,
the
Gary
birthday's on
Cole,
then?
tomorrow.
Too close to that. Okay. Now, in our
Alan?
program, we like to remember people in prayer
Are we gonna sing to
who
Gary
need our
Cole?
healing prayers.
Can you not
So
hear the
we'll
people on
center
Zoom? Hello?
ourselves into some silence where we
Okay.
go into our quiet, healing heart. So, with our chant, is this me? Am I doing this? I'm going to switch. Let's see if I can, yeah, that's better. We are surrounded by the light so bright. We are surrounded by God's healing love light. We are surrounded by the light so bright. We are surrounded by God's healing love light. So please join me in praying for a peaceful transition for Barbara Freebody, who passed recently.
Oh,
For
no.
Pam Johnson and her partner, as Roseanne recovers from her recent illness and hospitalization, she is home from the hospital. For Linda Viades and Deb, as Linda recovers. For Tina Menkes. For Edie Weinstein's daughter-in-law's father, Stan Winkler, who will be having open heart surgery January 22nd. We pray for Janet Berkowitz, recovering from double pneumonia. For all who live in fear in the Middle East, in Ukraine, in Sudan, and every place where there is war. We pray for those without homes or without families in this holiday season. For Alyssa Davidson, who has recently moved to Texas. For Louise Riney, Dave's cousin, and Diane Bynum, Dave's friend. For Norm Danish. For Chris Coolish and her father, Tony. For Chris Engelhart. For Jen Watts. Wanda Canfield. Marilyn Stauffer. The Ferraro family. Latoya Russell and her daughter, Ayana. Barbara Atkinson and her daughter, L'Oreal. For my friends Chris and Peter Kogut and Bill Lira. For Chloe Eisman and Nancy Hesh and Judy Anderson and Suzanne Wolf. Now please say the names of the people who are in your heart, who need our prayers.
Badgie Rankin, Robert Picker,
We ask that there be an end to war and hunger in our world, and that we may all work to lessen the suffering in this world. May the earth and all her life forms, all those life forms created, be cherished and allowed to thrive. May we do well with our dominion over the earth that we have been given. And may the good that surrounds us be magnified. If this is the anniversary of the passing of someone, or Moose, if you would like to speak about Barbara, now is the time to say that person's name.
Barbara Freebody was a very good friend of mine and a very vibrant and active member of Pebble for the beginning of Pebble and many years into it. And she was very active in the theater at Pebble and the singing, the Now Time Singers. And she recently passed. I'm not sure what the details of her death were, but I visited her in the nursing home, and although she was not able to speak realistically, she nevertheless, I could feel her beautiful power and prayer underneath all the things that she was saying. And she actually recognized me. And so when I found out that she had passed this past week, and I knew that she couldn't have recovered from the state she was in, and I felt very pleased and peaceful about that. And in the midst of her gibberish, she talked about struggling to go home. And so now she's home.
Are there other names we wish to acknowledge for folks who have passed recently, or if this is the time of year? No. All right, blessings on them. May Barbara rest in peace. May she be having a grand time wherever she is. We are surrounded by the light so bright. We are surrounded by God's healing love light. We are surrounded by the light so bright. We are surrounded by God's healing love light. So now we'll pass the offering baskets and then get to our conversation with Jeff. We're a little low-key today. We weren't expecting a big turnout because of the weather. We weren't sure whether we might just do total Zoom, so we're just kind of slacking today.
we have a
And
time.
there's coffee and tea over there, visitors, in case you didn't notice, and some goodies. We get Panera, we get Dale Panera. So and it's pretty dang good, and it freezes well. So be sure and take whole loaves of bread with you and stick them in the freezer. It all works out.
Can we have,
and we thank you, Dave, for your mission every Sunday, picking it up and schlepping it over here, right?
hello on
To
Zoom.
our benefit.
We're here on Zoom. Hello.
So I might start singing
Here's on
soon if we
Zoom.
don't get this basket passed. Or joke Sunday.
Carol,
I
I
thought
don't know
about
if
having
you can hear me,
joke
but
Sunday.
they
We
don't
can do
seem to
that
be able to
soon.
hear us.
Okay,
are.
thanks, Dan.
Because I tried to announce that it was
There's this
Gary
guy who
Cole's
does,
birthday
he's a
tomorrow, and
priest,
they
does
never sent
great,
us that.
That's what I
So-
heard. So I was
collects
trying to bring
Yeah,
religious
that up.
can you,
humor.
maybe
And
send
he's a
Alan
blast.
a
Father
Zoom
James
lesson?
Martin, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of
Pardon me,
him.
what was
He's
that
from
last piece?
Can
here,
you
around
send
here.
Alan a thing
And,
on the chat and let him
Not any
know?
longer, but
Okay.
anyway.
I
sent him
So,
a text,
all right, very
Nancy.
good. Thank you so
I let
much
him
for
know
your
that it was Gary
generosity.
Cole's birthday,
And we will do good work
but
with
nobody seems to
this.
be listening to the Zoomers. Sorry.
Okay,
I know, but there's a
handing it over
chat
to the
part
man, Jeff
where you can
McNair.
send in a message here.
To you who are visitors, I'm
To
the
Alan.
council president and chief troublemaker, or comedian if I try to be. And
well,
today I wanted to
it's
talk
time to
about
listen to-
Pebble 2004 and beyond, and what we're trying to do, as in the credo, or in the Buddhist way, where it is said, we are what we think, and with our thoughts we make the world. And we're out to do that,
Folks are
the
trying
world of Pebble. And nothing starts magically. We've had some real experiences with council trying to have awareness and acting in the past. We've been actively thinking and doing. The monthly meetings here are a share of current activities of Pebble, the business of the Treasury, reports from standing committees such as Buildings and Grounds, and celebrations. Buildings and Grounds is an umbrella category for the building maintenance, rental, repairs, improvements. Grounds covers the contractors that shovel the snow or mow the grass. Also, the group that is for the vegetable garden is part of Buildings and Grounds, the landscaping, and the houseplant help. Mike makes it all happen here to keep things up, and we're looking for help. Help us, help yourselves to do things that are fun and share your skill and abilities. Roz here has celebrations, and she comes as part of the meetings on Zoom for council, and we try to help her, and we look at what she has planning coming up, as well as brainstorming for guest speakers, special occasion ideas for Christmas and other holidays. And I have been known to take a Pebble celebration and present. So if someone is moved to present here at Pebble, wonderful. And council makes an effort to support everyone as they bring more to the Pebble community to enrich everyone's lives from all walks and religions. Alan and Roz, of course, have done a great job here as members of council and as the celebration leader. Alan as treasurer and jack of all trades, as he's over there helping out with Zoom. Greetings, Zoom people, by the way.
Yeah.
And here's Gary, who knows how to drum up activity on the drums and helps us with tech, plus outreach with his connections to many other community organizations in the greater Doylestown area. We currently have Barbara and Joanne stepping up with leading the First Peoples Committee to help Native Americans. And we had Cindy, who's been working to put this artwork up for gallery displays. And that's always nice to have helping hands. I know how it was neat when I had the right pair of pliers and screwdrivers to set these things up tight and firm the first go round. And so it's always not just one, but we're a community, a family.
For the visitors, the theme of this art exhibit is images of the divine, and the artist calls that one Flying Buddha. So
And as we have other teams too, our wonderful greeters who have and welcome everyone coming into the church. I'd like them to, we have time, stand up and take a bow. Yes, why not? Oh, all right. Wave then. And thank you to the coffee makers. And of course, Dave, the Panera runner. We have people who help with the tech for Zoom. And on that front, this coming year, we're looking towards more of a cyber Pebble. And that's happening as we speak, with the website being reconfigured for better experience, easier connections for social media, plus online donations can be smoother. Enough of summary for now. 2024, looking ahead, all the above and more. And if you want, you can be part of it. Bring what your skills are to and help your family here at Pebble. At the last council meeting, it was a great brainstorming session. We're past the limits of COVID, so we thought it's time to start doing more again. And I remembered when we had a little bit more happening here. So one of the ideas of brainstorming that came out was, how about reviving pre-COVID activities, such as story night or the drumming circle? Anybody miss that? Anybody remember that?
Yeah.
There you go. So that's part of our brainstorm. I'm going to pass out, before I forget, I got 3x5 cards and pencils. And feel free to take one, and maybe you want to make a note of something you'd like to do or be part of, or just put your name in, and get it back to us today, tomorrow, or in the suggestion box, but by the side door over there. So we have that as ideas for something that was in the past. I'm sure there's other past ones that were here before I was here that maybe it should be revived again. And then we considered, how about new groups or committees? It's been mentioned, I mentioned already about Gary and drums, but we have other people who play other instruments. Maybe we could have more musicians at celebrations. Maybe there could be musician jams or a jazz night. If you love to hear music, or you can play music, or you know how to blow into a kazoo, maybe we can have something happen here. We have the garden committee that's already gotten started at the town hall meeting with 10 people that signed up to help out. We're trying to revive the vegetable garden outside. But we can expand with more than just the vegetable garden, but the landscape plants and the house plants here. Took us a little bit of work that one day to repot all those, didn't it, Mike? But they need care. Take care of the green living things, not just the red-blooded living things. Another great thing would be to have help with celebration setup, knock down, and consider what could be done as a committee to do holiday or seasonal decorations and displays to make more magic. It's been fun to have the art back. How about an art group? But not just to have an art gallery. If we have a bunch of people that want together, we have some wonderful grounds here that maybe we could have Van Gogh in the garden. Paint. We could have Moosecapade. And beyond that. So there's an idea for gardening. I'm going to go through this, and then we're going to have lots of time at the end to have a chat. We've had Peace Soup Sunday, but we can do more with Peace Soup Sunday and make it more welcoming to those that are just visitors or the general Doylestown area folk that could appreciate a meal. And we have to have, therefore, coordination of that. And can we try to go more green and have less trash with that operation? So that takes a village, and we need the hands. It's fun to have community outreach and do what we can to help our neighbors. and connect with others, individuals and groups. How about a representative at other events? We can have a table with Pebble Hill being at there as a interfaith site that welcomes all. It's 2024 and it's tech. We're doing the website over, but we need folks that are really savvy, not only in the tech aspect of it, but in the way that it's popular to use that tech to communicate with, is it TikTok, Patty Whack, give a dog a bone. How do we get them all to come home to Pebble? And that's where we have to have people that can help us do our best with our cyber presence, and that means volunteers. I mentioned it already. First Peoples. We have Joanne and Barbara, but they could use help to do even more and reach out to the American Indian community. It's not just with drumming circles or with other things that we had in the past. I think it'd be kind of fun to have a spirit circle where we could share experiences of faith, belief, miracles, metaphysical, learning and sharing spirituality across the spectrum. A special setting, or it might be a special celebration, quarterly basis. I don't know. I'm just the president. You're the community, you're the family. Tell us what you want. We can try anything. Something's going to stick. We've got this we made a lending library. We got all kinds of spiritual books over there. Perhaps a book club where they grab a book and take a chapter a month to review a book at a time and just say, hey, this is what I'm getting out of this. And there's Christian and Buddhist. There's probably some other Sufi and other texts over there. They all can be gleaned for something on anyone's path to spirituality. But we don't have a book club unless you sign up. Go green, not eagles. Environmental activists, what can we do to help this planet? Who's interested? Who's in? Let's see what we have. Again, looking forward and thinking big. Well, we had the Oneness Festival, and we had the other one that was the Indian Festival, First Peoples Festival, and the groups quieted down. But I think we can have more events here. A festival, or some special thing planned just by Pebble. Or maybe we could have an outside group here using the grounds to make more traffic and excitement and awareness that we are here. And we're serious, but jovial, joyous, happy to share our sight and our thinking. But we need someone who would want to help make this happen. Can't do it all ourselves. What does Pebble want? We have everyone here, and we had, 7, 8 people at that meeting, the board meeting, and we came up with these ideas. We have so many more that are part of the Pebble community and the extended Zoom community. Things are popping up all over there with people joining in. And we can look to them too to contribute and have wonderful ideas that let us reach out. How many speakers are out there across the planet that we could have Zoom in and give us a wonderful presentation straight from Kathmandu? Who knows? Now,
The purpose, objective, our plans, very close matches with what you had.
right.
So I guarantee that we will have very good connections.
Yes, okay, he says that we have they have an interfaith peace circle, and it sounds very similar to what I'm talking about here, so we can have a good contact. Now, I passed out the cards and the pencils. If you have something that you want to note that you have as an idea or somewhere you want to join in, fantastic, we'll take it from there. But I thought maybe we might take a Sunday that's part of like a Peace Soup Sunday and do like they do with the freshmen on campus. Except we'll just take a couple of clipboards, write down some ideas that these committees or groups, and have those clipboards there that anyone who wants to sign up can sign up. And we can then have a pool of numbers to call on and then start to develop groups that might meet every month, every week, every quarter, who knows, and see what we have to share and develop. Anybody know how to knit? Do you want to make a knitting circle? Quilting? I don't know. We can do spiritual quilts if that's what people want to do. This is Pebble. It's open for lots of things. Let's take the time now and talk about what you would enjoy doing with others in our Pebble family. And we can have comments and discussions for the next 35 minutes, float it right into reflections.
Jeff,
Yes, Alan.
some people on Zoom have been clamoring to talk, but I've been too busy moving cameras to notice them. So
Okay.
ask them if they want to talk, they can unmute them.
Guys, on Zoom, show of hands for somebody who wants to say something.
There's Joanne.
Okay, Joanne's waving. Hi, Joanne.
Hi. In response to the First Peoples Festival, we would love to bring that back. That was a wonderful day, and we just would like to definitely bring that back, bring more awareness to it, as well as how about movie night? Remember movie night? That was wonderful. Also concerts. Remember when Barbara would sing, and it was just a wonderful evening, and maybe even entertainment during Peace Soup Sunday. As well as, what did I put in the chat? Movie night, concerts. Oh, and plays. When Janet Berkowitz had her plays, I know she's not feeling well now, but plays in general, I think they're just fun and festive. Thank you.
Great idea there for that movie night. We'll have to write that down. Make sure we get included on your next little drop off at Pebble, Joanne, so we don't lose that one. Anybody else on Zoom? Larry Hall. Hi, Larry.
Unmute yourself.
Ask them to unmute.
Unmute, Larry. Unmute.
There we go.
Okay. I just wanted to say a couple of words about Barbara Freebody. She was a big part of Pebble a couple of generations ago. And Moose saw her in the nursing home where she was spent the last of her days, and talked about how spiritual Barbara had become. She was very, very inspiring to be in her presence, and she inspired everybody around her. And she had been the first and only person in Pebble, I believe, to go to Chernobyl. And I thought, man, that's crazy. It's a really daring thing to do. But she worked and worked to get all the clearances and everything, and managed to do that visit on a spiritual level. So I wanted just to lift her up a little bit in our consciousness as she has passed.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Larry.
Nancy, did you want to say something?
Yes, I would. So tomorrow is Gary Culp's birthday. Yay! To sing him happy birthday.
So he is from this planet.
Can't hear you.
Dave says, oh, he is from this planet. Okay.
Yes, he is.
All right. Do you want to sing happy birthday? Happy birthday, happy birthday, we love you.
Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true.
Oh, wow.
On
Like days ago.
It's
So
like
you wherever you go. We love you, Gary.
All righty. Okay. All right, I see, is that Barbara there, Norm? Okay. All right, you guys are all good? We can involve the group, the present group then with the discussion. And we'll keep, Alan, keep an eye on that crew so that if they have something further they want to say, they can join in. I wasn't monitoring that at all. I apologize to everyone on Zoom. I have my back to you. Okay. Gary, you were waving your hand as I was talking towards the end, and I saw you, but I just wanted to get it done, and I can pass the mic to you.
This one? Is this one? Oh, is this one?
Oh, he's quick.
It's on.
Hello, can you hear me?
Just speak louder.
Sounds like it's not coming through very loud. So I appreciate all the ideas. I appreciate all the interesting thoughts. And I wanted to share a couple other thoughts I had. I know we used to have a Peace and Social Justice Committee at one time. And so I was thinking about the Peace Center. And when they came out here and they spoke, they were very much interested in collaborating with us. So I'd love us to develop some kind of more formal collaboration with the Peace Center and participate in activities around peace and social justice. One of the thoughts I had is that perhaps maybe Peace Soup Sunday could be an opportunity for some of these committees to get together and talk and break up into groups. And it could be sort of like a easier way for people to just show up at Peace Soup Sunday, have lunch, socialize, and then break up into their little, whatever committees they are, we create. How does that sound? I'm talking a little louder. So yeah, that was a thought. We also, at one point, we've done some outreach. I know we do the Nicaragua outreach, but which Michael has been part of for years, which is awesome. But also other kinds of outreach to the community, surrounding community. We've done food banks. We've collected food. We have done distribution to help to feed people who are hungry. Partnering with what we've done it with our with the Pebble Garden. I know that there's been connections, collaborations with Phil Abundance, where we've made contributions of food. Supplies, but some way of looking at how do we give back to the community as a church and support those who are in need and come up with some kind, maybe partnering with a food pantry or partnering with a community group. And so we're not just reinventing the wheel, but we maybe do some deliveries, we do some collections. We have all this Panera Bread food, maybe we can distribute some of that that people don't take with them so that it doesn't go to waste. So those are some other thoughts. And then also marketing, I think I'd like to see us, I do a lot of the marketing. I created the Pebble meetup page, which I could use some help with if somebody wants to help. Just post celebrations and become an administrator. Also, I've been posting on the Facebook page, Pebble Facebook page. And I know that your daughter is going to help us with that as well.
Right.
So just ways to how we market, network, promote Pebble in different ways. There's different kinds of community events that take place, and like having a table there, having people that are willing to be sort of like ambassadors from Pebble who will say, sit at the table, give out some brochures, talk about our church, our interfaith church. And I think we have a very unique community here. There is no other model. We're not like a Unitarian church where they have a structure. We are we are our own entity. We are really some organization that is not connected to any other church. And I think that makes us really unique. And I also love to see us get the School of Sacred Ministries back up and running. I know that has taken a hiatus during COVID, so that might be something else. So I think that is it for me. Thank you.
That sounds great. You got that all written down, that card? We'll get that card back?
Yes.
Okay, and what we're going to do is we'll collect all this, collate it, so that we have all of it together for people's ideas, that people were willing to at least commit to putting the idea out there. Then we can go forward with who's willing to commit to doing something about developing that idea, and we'll see what we have to take place. Monica, pass the mic.
I'd just like to kind of piggyback on Gary's idea of partnering with the Peace Center, and how we're kind of really unique in that we're just us, which is a strength in a lot of ways, but it can also be a weakness because it is just us. So I really like that idea of building the partnership with the Peace Center, but if there are other peace organizations and spiritual organizations that we could also build community with, network. I know in general, religion and spirituality are kind of on the decline throughout the United States. It's not just a Pebble thing. So maybe if we can kind of pool our resources, we can find, reach a broader audience and build a bigger community where we can maybe more effectively get that message of peace and love out there.
Real quick, I just jumped up and I knew that we had at least these brochures over in those pockets in the hallway. And if you have some organization you wish to make Pebble have greater awareness of, grab one of these and pop them in there so that we can get the message to other Pebbleites. This one is for A Woman's Place, and then the African American Museum of Bucks County with African American history. Joanne, do we have anything from the First Peoples Committee to make more awareness about the conditions with American Indians?
Well, right now, we're just, starting out with Barbara, and we are, working forward to deliver some packages and get things out there. Barbara, if you want to say something.
Right. Joanne had through her workplace, she got our annual clothing donations and sent them out. And then we have some more to send out. Also, we'd like some people have spoken to me and had some ideas of groups we can partner with. And also we need volunteers, for example, to make a brochure. So please see one of us, and I'll send out an announcement where we put there's an email. The First Peoples Alliance has an email address too to contact. I also wanted to say that I've had contact with the Bucks County Anti-Racism Commission. And this is a group that I wasn't aware of, but they've been co-sponsoring like Juneteenth at the Mercer Museum, where some of us have attended. They just had a Kwanzaa event, and unfortunately I couldn't attend that. I was busy, but they will, and their founder named Kevin 11 spoke at our community. Bring Gwilyd here last night for our Martin Luther King program, and I started to talk with him. So he's in New Hope, and that started with a demonstration about a racist sign in a grocery store. And now they have connected with the Mercer and the Michener, and they have events there. So I want to see how we can possibly connect with that Bucks County Anti-Racism Commission.
I also wanted to mention the groups that we help. We help the Old Sari, which is an organization on the Pine Ridge Reservation. We also help the Lakota People's Law Project, which is located on Standing Rock Reservation. We are supporting a child welfare program there, which is basically a foster home. So we donate brand new clothes, socks, whatever we can to those people in the foster care system. And, just raising awareness that, the people on the reservations, they're dealing with a lot more struggles in the most impoverished part of our nation. So we want to, help support them in any way we can, either financially or with, new item donations. They're really people who are struggling, and especially in winter, because you know how cold it can get out there. So we appreciate your, giving us the time to acknowledge that our First Peoples group, First People Alliance, and the email address, Barbara, where people can contact?
firstpeoplesalliance@gmail.com.
Thank you.
All right, so we do have some things going on that are help to outreach in a number of areas, and more that can happen, but we can't all be doing it ourselves. Yes. Ken, I'm sorry.
And
I'll hand the
build on
speaker
what
over.
you were saying. There's just an awful lot of groups in this area that focus on alternative spiritual practices. I think we have one of the nicest campuses for that. And so like the Oneness Festival and things like that, I think are really an important part of our mission, because we have this facility. We should be using it to help these people that are pursuing these alternative paths. We might learn something. Anyway, that's all. That's what I wanted to hear.
To bring back the Wellness Festival.
Yes.
I just want to say it's unfortunate with my flying schedule that I can never attend council meetings because I'm on council, but I will always fly on Wednesdays. But I was trying to think of some ideas. First off, I will say out loud and commit to this: if we want to start doing food bank donations again, I can take that on. Because as everyone, well, not everyone knows, before I was a flight attendant, I was a social worker. So I'm very in this area. So I'm very aware of the different community, organizations that would benefit from that. So I am more than willing to take that on. And I can figure out where it would make the most sense for me to donate to. I mean, as long as people realize I'm not going to be here every Sunday to collect, but I'm not worried that there'll be too much. And if there is, I live 5 minutes away. So, yes, you coming for me?
I was going to say one thing I don't want to forget.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I have more, is that okay?
She can take off her hat. She'll look more like the picture that's in the hallway. The picture in the hallway is there for her, for myself, other council members. So we have the rogues gallery up there of people who, if you want to ask something or say something, just take a peek, and if you don't remember names, you at least can have a mug shot that works. Okay?
And you guys thought it was just the really good-looking people that
Actually, you know what?
That's
I will
true.
say that you jarred my memory. One thing that I've always said, when I came to Pebble, as loving as everyone was, people knew who I was, but I didn't know who anyone else was. So I would like us to consider bringing back the name tag board. Is it in there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. That was personally really important to me, because people would say hi to me and I'd be like, who are you? And I felt like a jerk because I didn't remember anyone's names. So I kind of hid because I was like, I don't want to walk up to people. Anyway, so that would be great if we get that back. The other thing I wanted to know, and I apologize, these are questions I could direct to council, but you never know, if you say something out loud, it will spark other ideas. I would like to know, I'll have to find out, what nights are even, like, what things are actively happening here? Do we still have the piano lessons?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to find out what nights are free, because I do a lot of dance events that I attend, like Ecstatic Dance and Five Rhythms Dance, but there's none in our area. I know we're from all over this area. There's none in the Doylestown area, and I feel like there's enough dancers, and this is an incredible space. But I need to find out when it's free, and I'll also have to find out pricing. Okay, yeah, but if I put it out to that community, I I don't know how often, but that's certainly, and those are the people we want here. Those are spiritual seekers of all ages, truly. And I'll put a little plug there. If you like to move, you don't have to be a dancer. If you like to move, these ecstatic dance events are so cool. There'll be like children running around, and then there's a guy who comes with a walker and just kind of does his walk around the dance floor. So it's to move, and they really are spiritual events. So that was my idea. I love the book club. With my schedule, it's so hard for me to commit to something ongoing. One group I'd love to see come present. Have we had the immigrant rights group from Doylestown come yet?
That would be.
They're grassroots. I mean, they're helping immigrants that get.
10 years ago, I'm thinking that Joe brought somebody.
Okay, because I don't even know if this specific group was around 10 years ago. And I volunteered. This is primarily Latino, Latin America, and South American immigrants. Oh, they do events there, that's true, yeah, but their actual office is on Clinton Street. So that, I only know because like they're a block from my house. I also just want to make, since we're talking about social justice, the 14th, this is really for youth, but adults can attend too, the Martin Luther King youth event that's hosted by the Peace Center. It's for youth in the area. It's on the Sunday before MLK, so was that like 2 weeks, a week from now? But if you have youth, young people, it's for, they say mature 7th and 8th graders, but then 9th through 12th. And it's like youth from all over the area that come to discuss social justice and what we need to be doing right now. I think it's too late to sign up as a facilitator, but they are still looking for youth. And then I already asked that. I love the book club, like I said, that's something I would want to attend. I know it's hard to rotate leadership. You need kind of like a core. So if anyone's interested in book club, I'd be interested in being a part of that committee. I just don't feel like I can lead it because I just don't have total control over my schedule. And that is all.
Hello. I'm Rob, this is my brother Mike. I'm planning on moving up to this area again. And I had, while I was living here, I did 2 videos in college at Buck County Community College of members of Pebble Hill community. So I have these 2 DVDs. I just had them transferred from VHS to DVD. So if there's a DVD player around, I would like to present them to the congregation, either at a Sunday meeting or maybe another event later on, and show these videos of people that go to church here. And you would recognize them. One fellow did pass away, and the other one is Marilyn Stouffer. So, and one of them won the Bucks County College Film Festival. So it would be fun to show that. I'd like to show it to all of you.
We don't have a player here, but we could show.
Okay.
Because I've got something I was thinking about showing too.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Mimi. Whoa, this is way loud. I was just thinking of Nancy Hesh and I were involved in, and Nancy, speak up whenever, if you're still there, The Artist's Way, back in 1993. So Nancy, if you are interested, maybe we could do a book club, or I'm certainly interested in a book club, but also The Artist's Way was really fun. It's a book by, what is her name?
Julie Cameron.
Judith Cameron. Julia Cameron. And I'm actually going through the book right now with my artist children. And it's just a really great way to build community and have fun and do art projects. And it's really inspired my kids. So that's it.
I'd like to bring this is from Cindy Greb, so this is not my idea, but she brought up a real concern to me recently, which is we sometimes get requests for people who need assistance, who need financial assistance. And there used to be some fund or something, I don't even, the Heart, Caring Heart, Friends from the Heart. Now, I don't know if we still have it, but her thought was, why isn't it a line item in the budget for Pebble to have a certain amount of money from our giving that is in there for that?
I think there was a bit of a problem when it was a line item on the budget with how it was allocated, and it became a point of problem within the community. As far as I know, although I haven't used it recently, it was still an unofficial line item that where you saw help was needed, you could allocate and then have the church provide that help.
That's right.
So it became a way that individuals who wanted to help somebody could do it, and we could, and you count it as a tax write-off. So Friends of the Heart moved from being a line item on the budget to being a charity of the heart of an individual or a group of individuals, which I hope is still there, because I think
it is actually, there's actually a policy that was written or protocol written when I was council president. We created a Friends of the Heart kind of mechanism, basically. It's like a pass-through where somebody can just say, I want to make a donation, so I might invite more people to do charitable giving. So they make the check out to Friends from the Heart, and it says this will go to this person or this organization in need, and it becomes a charitable donation, and it's a win-win.
That's kind of what I would say. I think that it would be a mistake to make it a line item to pursue some endeavor. And we could make a request.
Cindy's thought is that if we're asking individual or hoping individuals will contribute, should we not, as a community, maybe have a pot that is Pebbles? Okay, all right.
Let's pass that over. Moose, you want to say something?
Yeah, I have two ideas. One, I have a lot of stuff to give away, as many people do. And if there were someone who could organize a rummage sale.
That was one of the things.
Oh, really?
Great.
I'm not capable of doing it at this point, but I have a lot of stuff I would like to give away, and I'd like Pebble to get the money from
And
it.
that's a good weather type of.
And a good weather, yeah. And the other good weather thing is that often on a Wednesday or Thursday, I come up and walk in Peace Valley Park and sometimes sit by the creek and paint. And I've had other people join me, and I put it open to Pebble people to just do that. And don't worry if your walking is compromised, because mine is. And it won't be a long walk, but it'll be to some place where we can sit in a beautiful place and paint very, very casually.
So we do have a last item on the program today, so let's.
This will be quick, I promise. So this is piggybacking off of what Moose was saying. My idea was to do twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall, a flea market open to the community so that it would bring people in. So that's one thing. The other thing, one of the needs that I see is getting more people into Pebble, getting families in, not just, one or two people here or there, but entire families. The problem that I see is that we don't really offer anything for people that do bring their kids. The kids have to sit here, and it's not always easy for those little ones to sit. So to have some kind of, even if we don't have any little ones at this point, in order to keep the ones that we do get, have some kind of program set up so that if I need to go downstairs and tie it in with what's going on upstairs, so that we continue that concept, but also offer meditation for these kids that might not get it any other way, and get them started on a path that is really kind of beautiful and lifelong. And tagging into that idea, the School of Rock in Doylestown is a wonderful place to get those creative little minds in here. Even if we did it once every quarter, to invite the kids to participate in celebration with their music, and then let them have a little mini concert afterwards that will bring their families in, let the families know who we are. Those kids are going to come back with the families. So that's my thoughts.
Okay, are we, one last, Joanne?
Gotta be quick now.
Joanne, go ahead, last and quick.
Okay, I just wanted to piggyback on what was said about the rummage sale. I used to organize a holiday bazaar and have crafters come in with their wonderful little things like that. So having a holiday bazaar and then a summertime rummage sale would be awesome. And then I really like the idea of the School of Rock and concerts, because I was just mentioning concerts, but not just that, but open to people like Lutz, and Barbara and other talented musicians within the community and outside the community. I think it would be, joyous to hear the music of the community, as well as me and my son used to do the daycare downstairs. So during Sunday celebration, we would have somebody downstairs. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joanne. Okay, Dave. Oh, Barbara also? We can do a reading and then we'll see what we can pop in if everybody wants to stay. Go ahead, do the reading and we'll be back to you.
Okay.
Reading.
Dave Perkins.
Dave Perkins, it's all yours.
So this poem is called For a New Beginning, and it's by John O'Donohue, who's one heck of a human being. He's Irish. He was raised in a Gaelic-speaking family who didn't learn English until he was 9. He became a priest, left the priesthood. He has a PhD, I believe, in philosophy. He's an author and a poet, and a really fine poet, I can tell you. So this poem is called For a New Beginning. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon, you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you.
So if there's still, Barbara, are you still interested in a last comment?
Yes, someone else on Zoom mentioned the Oneness Fest and was enthusiastic about that type of festival returning to Pebble.
Okay, thank you. All right, it is noon, so we can either chat informally after. I think we'll wrap it up and chat informally amongst ourselves. So thanks, everyone. Again, thank you so much for coming. Be sure to leave your contact info.
Future celebration will be it's MLK with Nancy Hesh. Barbara Atkinson. Okay, and then the following Sunday will be the 21st, and you will be presenting a little bit from the Tara Brock's Sacred Pause, and then I'll be speaking about some Buddhism and Thich Nhat Hanh. His passing, yes. Okay.
And
Pass on
anyone
that.
else who'd like to jump in on the Buddhist one?
Okay. That's it. All formal done.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week. Love you. Bye. Here's Levi.
Bye-bye. Happy New Year, everyone.
Bye.
Happy New Year, everyone.
New Year. Happy New Year. Blessings.